Hello, hello. Welcome to our workshop of how to turn your health journey into a paycheck. So this is for you if you are, maybe you're currently meal planning, working out, striving to live a healthy lifestyle. And Rebecca and I are going to give you those simple tweaks of how you can turn that healthy lifestyle into an income for your family. A lot of people say, well, I have to just create all this, this new content and this brand new page. And it's actually very simple things that you can do. But this is also for someone if you are not living a healthy lifestyle at all. If you're like, I'm not working out, I'm not eating right, I'm not taking care of myself, this is for you as well, because what this creates you and helps you do is this helps you hold you accountable. Even if you are starting, if you feel like you're starting at square one, that's perfect, because then you can really come alongside people and help them. So we have 4 steps for you that we are going to jump in and talk about. But first, I just want to give you a background on our team, who we are, where we're from. And the beauty of this business is that it is virtual. We can do it from our phones. We can do it. I'm sitting in Iowa. I know Rebecca's in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we can run this side by side together as busy moms on our own time. But we are not virtual beings. We are not meant to only do things through video and Zoom and Skype and chats. We need to get together. So we usually have about 3 to 4 times a year when we get together. We actually just were all together, our team in Florida this past week. We got back 2 days ago for a retreat, which was so great, so needed. We worked out together, we relaxed, we rode bikes, we were on the beach. And then coming up in March, our team will be getting together. A lot of us will be going to Punta Cana, to an all-inclusive resort that we earned through Body. We will be getting together this summer in Texas. So there's all different points throughout the year where we are intentional about being face-to-face, about talking. But it's also the beauty of this business is that we can also run it on our own times. 90% of our team, I would say, does this on the side. This is not their full-time gig. I know it's personally me, it is mine. I know Rebecca, she's in college ministry. A lot of our girls are teachers, they're photographers, we have accountants, we have wedding coordinators, we have farm hands who help their husbands run their farms. We are literally a mix of everything, and you can make this business what you want, whether you want to go all in and make this your family's livelihood with full-time income, or if it's like, hey, let's make it a side stream of income that can benefit date nights, groceries, vacations. So this is just this page is just a glimpse of our team, who we are, what we're all about. I would say majority of us are in the Midwest, but also we have East Coasters, West Coasters, people in Canada, France, UK, and that's just the beauty of this business. We can be anywhere. All right, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Rebecca take over with our first step, which is what is a partner and how we get people results.
Amazing, thanks. Okay, so excited you guys are here or listening to the recording. So what is a partner? First, exactly what Brooke said, it can be whatever you really want it to be. A lot of us have different goals. Like Brooke said, she does this full-time at home. She used to be a teacher, was able to replace her teaching income, does this with her 5 babies at home. I work part-time and this has supplemented for me to work part-time, but really it's up to you what you want it to be. So essentially, like, very basic description of what a partner is. We partner with people to be the healthiest version of themselves. So that includes workouts and nutrition. If you've never done our workouts before, essentially it's not like Netflix. You log on, it's called Beachbody On Demand, now called Body. And there's hundreds of workouts you get to choose from. And as partners, we get the fun job of getting to actually connect people to a workout program. So when I have a girl who's interested in me being their partner, I ask them, hey, what are you currently doing for workouts? What are your goals? And then I help them choose the workout program. And then we don't have to come up with the workouts ourselves, which is really nice, because you might be thinking like, well, I didn't go to school for nutrition, or I didn't go to school for exercise science. So like, do I have the credentials to do this? And yes, because the amazing thing is, we just get to cheer people on. We're like cheerleaders, really, as partners. We are cheerleaders. We run these groups through an app where everyone logs their workouts. We provide daily motivation. We check in with each other. We also usually text our clients one-on-one just to be like, hey, how did your first week go? What's going well? What's not going well? And so we get to cheer each other on, but the the company itself, they have incredible trainers who have created the workout programs. Like they're amazing. To be honest, I grew up working out, have always loved working out. And before I became a partner, I didn't know if I would really get that good of results doing these at-home workouts. And when I committed to my first 8-week program, it was a combo of lifting and HIIT. I got so much better results following that structured program than I did spending an hour, almost 2 hours at the gym in college. So really, these programs are amazing. So that's why you don't have to be an expert in it. You just be like, hey, let me help you pick out a program and then champion your people to actually follow it. The nutrition plan, same thing. We have 2 incredible nutritionists, Autumn and Alana, and they have 2 different nutrition plans that you get to help people choose between. There's a quiz that they take that will tell them, like, if you're more of a structured person, you'll follow this plan. If you're more of like, you just need to learn more about intuitive eating or things, they follow this one. And so again, you don't need to know everything about nutrition. You just need to direct them to the resources in the library. So that's the main thing of what a partner does. And then you hold them accountable in our groups. If that's intimidating to you, when I first became a partner, I didn't run my own group. I joined with Brooke. She's my coach. And so I was in her group for a month. I saw how she ran them. And then I kind of like left the nest and ran my own group the next month. You don't need a ton of people in your group. Like a lot of the people on our team, they just want to help a few family and friends. So like you can totally be a partner and it's going to provide you more accountability on your own journey. And maybe you just want to help like 3 of your best friends. You want to put them in a text group together. You want to encourage them while making a little bit of money. Like it's really up to you what you want it to be. So that's pretty much what a partner is. And Brooke will talk later more about the money side of things, of like what it can be for you financially, but that's the gist of like what you're going to do day to day as a partner.
Awesome. Okay, let's jump into social media, because my guess is this is probably one of your number one hesitations, fears, thinking, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be icky. And here's the question I just want to start for you as we get into social media is, was your coach? I know that the word coach and partner, they're the same thing. For a long times. We've been called, even my sweatshirt says coaches, but basically we're just cheerleaders. So they're intertwined words. Was your coach that way towards you? Did you see her posts? Did you see her stories? And were you turned off? Were they icky? Were they salesy? And my guess is they weren't. And my guess is that you felt really inspired by her. My guess is you loved the positivity that she brought to your newsfeed or your platform or however you're watching her. My guess is that she pushed you to be better, whether she even knew it or not. And that is what you are going to be for other people. For everybody, maybe not, but for the majority of people, you are going to be that positive light on social media, on a platform that just needs a little bit more real, who needs someone to come alongside of them and show them, wow, she's just like me. She stays at home. She works out at home. She works from home. She's out full time with her kids and she is getting it done. I can do that too. So let's talk about sharing your story and being authentically you, because that is the first part. And maybe you're saying, okay, I don't have a story. I don't have like 100-pound weight loss. We have girls on our team who have had crazy transformations. I know Rebecca and I, we don't have those things, but to be a partner, you have to be 18 years old. That's 18 years of a story, 18 years of somewhat of a health journey, or maybe a non-existent health journey that has impacted you in some way. That is what you share, because that's what people connect with. They don't connect with the picture perfect. I'm like Instagram Barbie, who, those are fun to see, the people who just kind of make it look easy and all together. But for a lot of us, that's not how it is or what we grew up with. So really just honing in on what is your story, where did you come from, and what have you overcame using these workouts, the nutrition, the groups, and these products. And everyone's story is going to be different. That's why can be unique to you. No one has the same story. And then adding value to your social media. I know for me, for a long time, social media was kind of like that time suck, that thing that I would get on to relax, even though it was the most stimulating thing I could have done and got on. But now that I use it to simply add more value to everyone's life, social media has become so much more purpose filled. I get on there with a mission, with a drive, not just to say, oh my goodness, everyone has to join me in this workout program. That would be great. But just to say, hey, if someone came across my page and they left inspired because of a recipe or inspired by a baby tip or a verse I shared or something, then they have left a better person because of our interaction. And that is worth it to me. So adding tips, adding tricks, showing people simple things like these are things that I screenshotted from my stories. I shared a tip of right here in top left of how to take a can of whip or like store-bought frosting. If you whip it up with just a mixer for 2 minutes, it like triples in volume size and is way tastier. Like simple tips like that, you know, or maybe it is, I share a lot of simple things that I like to buy. I have 5 children, so I like to buy for my children from Amazon or from Target, like simple things that might just help another mom out. Being social on social media. So it's not just about posting this, showing your transformations, showing your workouts. Those are small parts, but it's also about talking to people. And again, this might be a part, well, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be icky. This does not have to be icky. I know for me, it involves of watching other people's stories and simply asking questions or simply just saying, if in my head, I'm thinking, wow, I love her wreath on her door. I will just simply send like, hey, where did you get that wreath off from your door? Or, oh my goodness, her daughter's outfit is so cute. Where did you get that from? Or simply just asking people questions. Or when people start to engage with us, for example, on this, when I ask people about if they've ever tried this whip or this frosting hack, I put a simple poll up and then I was able to go back to those polls and just say, hey, you know, do you usually make your own cakes or your own frosting or what do you do? And just starting simple conversations. It's not just posting and not doing anything. It's engaging with people, truly using social media to be social and connecting with people. And that's the cool part of this is then you start to form friendships and trust with people who you really get along with. For the most part, everyone who does this with me or joins me, we connect on such a fun level that when we get together, it's like we've known each other our whole lives because we're connected to the same things. We have a like mindset. We're interested in the same kind of activities and have the same morals. So it's not like you're having these weird random people all of a sudden join you. It's people that you are building friendship with and trust with by simply being intentional with the things that you share. Okay, so having those conversations, you will be sprinkling in body, your workouts, your shake, your nutrition. It is a very small part of your story, but it is still part of your story. I know Rebecca and I both, like Rebecca said, we run groups, a lot of our team runs our groups, or you can run groups with your partner and you talk about those things maybe a couple times a week. It's not flooded in your social media, but for example, a lot of us have a new group starting up in the beginning of December after Thanksgiving. So we're simply just putting up in our stories like, hey, our next group starts December 4th. I literally just did this in my own head and shared with some of my team. So it's fresh in my mind. Like, have you ever thought about, being a part of this community or joining me and trying out these workouts? If you're already having conversations, if they are watching you, you never know what might open the door when you simply just say, hey, I have a new group starting up. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Leaving it at that. It doesn't have to be this long paragraph drawn out, just simply asking. And you never know. Maybe they're like, no, I'm good. I love doing what I'm doing. Or maybe the floodgates might open and this is something they desperately need in their life. Okay. And that's it. Then you just repeat those simple steps, sharing your story, adding value, having conversations day in, day out, see what you need to tweak, see what works, see what's not working, and just having fun with it. So that is social media. It's not scary. And the beautiful part of it is that you have a team of women who are inspiring you every single day to share your journey authentically and relentlessly. It's not like it's just you in a tiny hole. You're going to be watching our whole team share their journeys, their hards, their goods, their uglies, and their greats. And that's going to inspire you to do the same. So that's the thing that I think always continues to push me forward is continuing to watch the girls on my team showing up and seeing that, man, this is worth it. The ripple effect, sharing your story is what social media needs. All right. I'm actually going to keep going with how to earn. I'll make this quick, but I also know like, hey, this is a big part. And I know personally for me, 7 years ago, when I was looking into this, I had one baby. Now I have 5 babies, but when I had one baby, I knew I wanted to step away from teaching and I wanted to fully replace my income with body. That's not everybody's goal. I understand that. But also I understand like money makes the world go round. We need money to pay our bills. We need money to pay our mortgages. We need money to go on a fun trip, to get diapers. Like, let's not act like money is not important, because it is. And if you can figure out by working on your journey how you can tie it to stream of income for your family, it is such a beautiful thing. So let's talk about first and foremost, commissions. We get 20% commissions on anything we sell, whether that's just the workouts, whether it's our packages, which includes the workouts, nutrition, supplements. No matter what it is in our product library, you get 20% commissions. We also, as partners, get 20% discount on any of the products we are using. So if you are a customer right now and you are using anything regularly, if you're using Energize, which hopefully everybody is using Energize, if you're a customer regularly, or Shakeology, at least get signed up to be a partner for the discount. So of that 20%, because it is worth it. The second thing I want to talk to you about is the bonuses that we get every single week. So we get what is called a team volume bonus. And that is, it's simply just this. When you are an Emerald coach, that means that you have signed up 2 partners underneath you. You now open up our second stream of income, which is Team Cycle Bonus. And basically what it means, we are a binary system, and every product in our library has a volume number attached to it. And Shakeology is 100 volume. Let's say Energize is like 50 volume, like everything has a number attached to it. Sorry, my kids are starting to get a little rowdy, but everything has a number attached to it. And anytime on your legs, on your right side or left side, it doesn't matter. You have 100. Are you okay, Hopi? Okay. You have 100 on one leg. You have 200 on the other leg. You get a cycle bonus and you get $14. That is not taking away from anyone on your team. It's strictly just a bonus from Body. Come here. My little sweet girl, Hopi, is going to join us. You say hi? Hi. Okay. So that, and before you say whoop-de-doo, like $14, the beautiful thing is that $14 can happen multiple times a day and multiple times a week and multiple times a month, depending on how your team is growing. So that's just another way of earning. And honestly, the more, if you're looking to make this a full-time income for your family, the longer part, which of course, you don't see that right away as you build your team. You'll see the commissions right away. You'll see all of that right away. But I will say I have not built my business to 6 figures. I didn't leave teaching all because I was making commissions. It's because of this team cycle bonus that adds up over time and compounds effects. There's are a few other ways, bonuses that are quarterly, matching bonuses. I'm not going to get into those because those are what I talked about are the 2 kind of main ones. And I know some people are really motivated by money. So I did attach this graphic right here. I'll let you read that on your own of just, how you can almost earn $1,000 coming into the month of, Christmas and December for your family, or even starting out in January. Okay. I'm going to let Rebecca take the next part on how to get started.
Amazing. Okay. So this is the last point we're going to talk about, because you're probably like, okay, well, now what? And yeah, going off of like the income that Brooke was saying, I came into this 5 years ago and I almost decided, like, I actually listened to Coach Sneak Peek like this, and I was very interested, and I was like, do I want to get started? I don't know. And I actually sent a text to Brooke and was like, hey, this sounds awesome, but I think like I'm going to wait till I have kids to do this. And she responded and was like, hey, I'll be honest with you. Like, I wish I had done this earlier, even if I was like in college and had done this, or just like before I had kids, because then, you have more time and you can kind of lay that groundwork to then you get to see that team cycle bonus way more once you already have kids. And so I was like, all right, you're right. I know the reason why I wasn't going to get started was really because I was scared of social media. And I'm just so thankful 5 years later that I got started when I did. So if you have fears after this call, like, reach out to us still, talk to us about your fears, because I think all of us have fears, when you do something new, but it's been so worth it. So how do you get started? Let's say today you're like, you know what, I'm in, I want to become a partner. we'll help you sign up with that. We'll help you with, that. But you're probably like, well, what do I do once I sign up? And the first thing you do is just you start your own health journey. Like when I signed up as a partner, I was already working out, but like I said, I picked out a program that interested me. I always liked, weights, and I liked HIIT. So I was like, cool, I'm going to do this 8-week program. I picked out one of the nutrition plans, and then I followed it like a book. And it's really so true that when you become a partner, it holds you so much more accountable, and you will get the best results you've ever had in your life, because now you actually have people relying on you, not necessarily relying on you. Like if I don't do my workout, it's not going to like make other girls not doing their workout. But I'm like, hey, if I'm encouraging other people to push play on their workout, then I should also be showing up in my group too. So that's what you'll do first, is you get to focus on your own health journey, and you get to excited about it. Oh, whoops. Where did the Zoom just go? Oh, hello. Am I still here?
I'm still
Okay.
here, yes.
I got like a random call on my computer, and all of a sudden my Zoom just went away, and I was like, did this just but yeah, so that's the first thing that you'll do. And then you'll see the second post right here is it says commitment post. So this is where the social media part comes into it. Like I said, I was terrified about social media before. I really only posted like when I was on like going to a wedding or something like that. And so what you'll do, what this is you just find an eye-catching photo of you. It doesn't have to be a transformation picture. It can be anything. And you'll just put on social media, just kind of sharing a little bit about your story. So maybe if you've struggled with like eating in the past, or maybe you struggled with like never being consistent, like you'll just share a little bit about like, hey, like I always really struggle with this, and like I'm so thankful for this community because now whatever XYZ. And you can reach out to like your partner, and they'll help you draft that. Like I know when I pushed that on social media, I was so terrified. And one of the really amazing things now from this business 5 years later is you grow as a person. Like not only does this impact you financially, which it can, or just, new relationships, but it really helps you grow as a person and realize like, why do I care so much about what other people think? Like this is something I love. This is something that's changed my life. I know there are other women who are moms who are not in a routine, who want to be in a routine, who are struggling, who hate what their bodies look like, who don't feel like themselves. And it's like, okay, if we're afraid to like share how we've struggled and post it, like there's so many people on the other side of social media, which can be dark. Like social media can be dark, and there's people who are just like waiting for you to be like, hey, I'm here if you need support. And so once you share that, then it's kind of like people on Instagram will start kind of following you, and they'll see you sprinkle your workouts in. Again, like Brooke said, it's not like you're going to be posting about body every single day, because that would be really salesy and gross, and I'd be like, ugh, like what is she doing? But you'll just sprinkle it in, and then you'll get to have relationships with people, and you'll start being social, which is the third part of how you get started. Is you're just going to shift your mindset. A lot of the things that I do daily as a partner, and to give you time of reference, a lot of people think they don't have time for this. I devote maybe an hour a day for my business. That's like one Netflix episode. And so it doesn't have to be 1 hour at one time. So if you work full time, it could be like you eat dinner, and right after dinner, you devote 30 minutes to this, or 45 minutes instead of watching 2 Netflix episodes. And so basically you just start being social rather than, wasting so much time on social media, just mindlessly scrolling. You're just going to take that time and instead be intentional and be social and actually have conversations with people, get to know them. Once I get to know people on social media, then it's not weird for me. Let's say I've been talking to someone for a couple of weeks on social media, then I'll just be like, hey, like, I was curious if you've ever thought about the 30-day groups I run. Like, I would love to invite you to join me. Did you want some info? And more often than not, they'll be like, oh yeah, like tell me more about your group, because you've established a relationship with them. So it's really honestly such a simple business. You can do it anywhere. It's so easy. There's really like, I feel like I thought it would be scary at first. I'm like, oh, this is so easy. And, you can make it whatever you want it to be. So that is how you get started. I'll let you, I think there was maybe.
Also, I loved, made me laugh about, I only posted when I went to weddings. Isn't that so true?
Yeah,
like I only posted
right?
like around certain
When you look really good and you're like, okay.
family pictures. But okay. If you are starting out brand new, you're like, I've never had body in my life. Then these are the 2 options for you. You can either do our annual pack, which gives you everything you need for a year. It's $219. We actually have a $20 off code that you can have. So that brings it down to $199. If you are just like, hey, let's just do it monthly. I'll take it month by month. Then you can also do the $99 and get your first bag of Shakeology and the workouts for a month and just kind of take it month by month. And then after the first month, actually the really cool thing for partners is that it goes down to $75. So it's not going to stay that $99. That's only your first month. So these are the two options to get started. Reach out to your coach. You guys can figure out what's the best path for you. And then I just want to leave with you with this quote. I love it because I think so many times we can get in, I mean, with our health journeys, with anything, we live in a world that is so short term. You know, we want Amazon shipping in 2 days, or at least I do. Like, we want results right away. After baby number 5, I was like, I'm never going to get my body back. And like 10 minutes later, I'm like, what was I so worried about? Like, of course we're going to get back. But like, you have to have that long-term mindset, especially when it comes to this business. This is not a business that say, hey, oh, I did this for a week. Like, where's all my results? Like, this is a business where you have to build consistency. You have to build trust. You have to prove it to yourself that, hey, I'm committing to this. I'm going to continue to show up, because really the results of this business, you don't see unfold until a month down the road, 3 months down the road, or maybe even 6 months down the road. 7 years in, I am still getting people, come here, honey, still getting people who have showed up, watching me for the last 7 years, still join. You never know when someone is ready, but when they are ready, it is so sweet, and they will be coming straight to you if you are doing the things and showing them this work. So thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, reach out to either one of us, and we hope we gave you the information so that you can go turn your health journey into a paycheck. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. See ya.